Few seconds. Thank you. All right, you're set, Steven.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Happy pre-Halloween. Hoping everybody's doing incredibly well. I've missed you guys. So thank you so much for being here and on time. As y'all know, today is going to be a packed full day of some market stats. So looking forward to kicking this off with some good vibes going on. So let's start out by welcoming the newest Metro family members. Let's get a little screen up here going. Yeah. First off,
let me go get that. Here we go.
Beautiful. So would like to extend a warm welcome to Gaga. Welcome so much for the Metro family. We also have Lisa as well joining us on top of Mitchell. So all of them have chosen Metro, not only because of the culture, but also the robust training and the mentorship that they're going to be able to receive here. So when you see them around the office, give them a nice high five, make them feel that Metro warm welcome. So welcome, guys. Let's pass this on to y'all. So let's keep the good vibes going. So who would like to fill someone's bucket, or what are you grateful for? Let's go ahead and go around about here.
Hey, I want to say I'm grateful to you, Steven. I haven't been to Scripps in a while, and it just felt so good to be back today. And you're just so wonderful. Thank you.
Well, it's always great to have your energy there. We're great because of the community that we have. So thank you for being a part of it, Andrea. Appreciate the love. Thank you.
I just want to take your brain and like put it right here.
that might be a felony. But it goes well with the Halloween theme, though. I appreciate that. But murder is kind of looked down upon, at least here in California. But so love it. Who else has got a bucket to fill?
Right here, Steven.
Go for it, Surreal.
Hey, hello, everyone. Thank you, Steven, for this opportunity. I want to fill Bob, our broker's bucket. This man is just freaking amazing. He's making himself as available as he can. He's always super resourceful. And most importantly, he freaking cares about each and every one of us. And I'm just in love with the guy. So thank you so much for being here, Bob, to help and support each and every one of us along our journey.
Love it. Great shout out, Surreal. Love to Broker Bob. All right. Who else has got a bucket to fill? Let's keep this going.
Got one.
Go for it, Pegasus.
Okay. I just want to say that the happy hour was spectacular. Ed showed up with his team, his crew, and they were so generous with just the way that they were treating everybody. Everybody felt so welcome and warm, and it was wonderful because I got to meet so many people that I had never met before in our office because we basically were closed for so long. And so many wonderful people have come, and I just wanted to just reach out and say hello to them and thank you so much, everybody, for being so wonderful in our office. The movement team really is spectacular, and I just wanted to say that.
Love it. Oh, thanks for the love, Pegasus.
That's
awesome. That's awesome. Oh, and I also wanted to give a quick little shout out. So yesterday during Scripps gave a challenge for everybody to basically make some additional contacts and make some movement forward. I got 3 people that actually texted me back to respond. Not only did Eric Robinson, he was able to text me and saying from his follow-up, he was able to get a listing appointment. Mehdi Davachi also contacted me, letting me know that he's circling back around with his old open house leads. Lawrence Avila recently closed, but actually just got another listing signed as well. So for the people that are reaching out, obviously it's with this communication. So I wanted to give shout out, a little bit of love to those folks that are actually doing what they say they're going to do. So yay. All right. So any additional love that we're going to be passing around? Oh, Evie, do you have?
Yes. Huge thank you to my bold coordinator, on-site partner, Clarissa. I could have not done the prep and everything from prep to the on-site stuff. Thank you. And Mike, Sarah for helping out, and Broker Bob for helping out at the registration. Y'all had made it very seamless. So I couldn't do it without y'all's help. Thank you.
Well, Evie, while you've got the floor, you want to keep the good vibes going and give us an update on the trainings as well?
Yes. So tomorrow we've got Steven Scripps practice at 8:30, and then Coach K scripts practice at 8:30 also on Friday. And then in the afternoon, Price to Sell Ignite session 5 with our dear Vinny. So come and join. And also just a reminder for all of those that are attending Bold from our office. Bold, we don't have Bold next week. The next one is on Monday. Again, Monday, not Tuesday. Monday, November 8th. So that's it. Thank you all.
Awesome. Rob, I'm reading your comments here. Apparently today I'm Loki Jesus. So let's see. Let's keep on going here with BB, Broker Bob. Give us an update on the launch and growth coaching spotlights, please.
Thank you, Jesus. Appreciate that. Great Jesus. Devil Jesus, those horns.
Oh, look, come on, guys. Can you guess who I am? Here's your hint.
Are you Loki?
Come on, bro.
Great job, man.
Okay, great. I could only see something. I couldn't see what was on top. Anyway, great job. Hey, everybody. We got some announcements in the coaching program. Shout out on Alicia's coaching program. Paulina, closed on a listing. Go back. I can't read that quickie. Got another listing sign and coming soon and got a BRE sign. Great job, Paul. He is working it. Also in Coach Carl's program, and man, well, this guy, watch out for him. He is doing, I think he's almost capped, right? He opened up another escrow from cold calling a complex. Great job. And he's doing the work necessary to find inventory that is not on the MLS. So if you want to know his little secrets, just call him. And then Lawrence, great job, closed on his first $1 million listing. Congratulations. He's going to be a rock star really soon, or he already is. But he'll be on that leaderboard in no time above everybody else. And then Javi, great job. He's just starting with us, signed his second client BRE in less than a month. Great job, Javi. And is that it, Evie? Okay, so broker spotlight stuff. Also, Mark said these two things are happening. So if you're a brand new agent and you're a seasoned agent, you need to listen to this if you're not doing this as a practice. He's not getting the verification of property conditions on your closings, which should be done within 5 days prior to close of escrow. Most specifically, not putting anything in the VP, like nothing noted. If there's nothing to note, put nothing noted. The VP is basically a count that the property is the exact same property that when your buyer made the offer on the property. So if there's anything that pops up during the escrow that is out of place, the VP is where you notate that and submit that. Also, this industry just loves to not turn in their agent's visual inspection disclosure. And did you know that if you did not provide that both on the listing side and the buy side with all the disclosures at the time that they're due, that gives the buyer an ability to cancel the agreement if they do not get that. It's a statutory disclosure. It's legally obligated to give it, but it's one of those disclosures that if not delivered, that buyer can technically cancel, even though they've done every contingency removal that they possibly could have done. And so that's it. Please read Mark's review messages. And on another note, I want to thank everybody that reached out for me. Yes, your broker Bob bit the dust walking down the stairs that was poorly lit last night in a complex I was not familiar with that we're moving Spencer into. And I misjudged the last 2 steps. I took a tumble and I tore my quad tendon, which is the tendon that connects the quad to the knee. So after I laid there and realized that my leg isn't moving, I knew that something was wrong. So long story short, I will be having a surgery, not sure when. I'm talking to the surgeon tomorrow morning, hopefully sooner than later. I am home, comfortable, resting, leg elevated, iced, and kind of pain-free, but it's just a challenge to get up and do stuff. But I appreciate the love and support you all did. And had I known that Sean Seal was in the lane next to me, I would have said, Sean, don't put anything on the interwebs, and he did. But if I haven't reached out to Sean yet today, I was going to. I hope he's good too. So to Sean, because I guess his van got sideswiped and he's lost his painting truck. So he was in the ER getting a CT scan. So hopefully he's good too. Anyway, back to you, Stephen.
Okay, on that note, you're just like, oh, here's some news. And go, Stephen. Yes, so everybody, let's put out the good juju, good vibes for our very loved Sean Seal as well as BB. So as we're moving forward here, we actually have a special guest from our strategic marketing partnership, Paul Ramirez from Speedy Rooters. So Paul, give us a quick little update as far as your services and how you can help us and how we can partner with you. It's a fantastic organization. So just as the name would suggest.
I'm glad I'm finally
there we
on
go.
here. Can y'all hear me?
Now
Okay.
we can. Yeah, go for it, Paul.
All right. I'm from Speedy Rooter Sewer and Drain. My name is Paul Ramirez. How y'all can help, or I can help you, first and foremost, is with your clients doing camera work, jetting, hydrojetting repairs, any of the inspection sheets that need to get done. I want to thank Corinne for getting me involved in this. And I'm good friends with Brian, who's the home inspector. So with that being said, everything I do for you guys is to benefit you. So anything plumbing, water heaters, tankless, gas lines, faucets, toilets, anything that needs to be repaired to sell the home, I'm here. That's what we do. We are 3 service techs deep now. It's not just me, so we can facilitate everybody. I'm working with multiple realtors at this time, thank goodness, and I'm helping everybody out as best I can.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Thank you, man. So yeah, make sure, if you don't mind, just to put your contact information in the chat box. So that way all of us can save it to our cell phones and whatnot. So whenever we need your services, we got you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Feel free, guys, have a question about anything. If you're on the spot, text me anytime, 24/7, whatever. I'll respond and I'll give you my solution. Or
I don't know if it's just my connection. However, I think the last part of it was that he's available during via text. So if you're ever in a pinch, make sure that he's there. He's super responsive. So sorry, Paul, if I had to cut you off. The connection got a little bit lost there. But again, let's make sure to reach out to Paul if we have any of those needs. So thank you so much for being a part of our strategic marketing partnership. We really do value you. So thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to pass this on. Now let's get a little update from our very own Movement Mortgage. Ed, Wes, and Amanda, catch us up to speed.
Well, they call me Luigi.
Yeah,
What you talking about? Hey. Yeah, right. Hey, I just want to take my 2 seconds here to introduce the newest addition to our team. I don't know where she is on your screen, but I just saw her on mine. Trinity, can you wave and say hello to everybody?
Hi, everyone.
All right, you shut off your mic now. That was a little feedback there. Trinity has been in reverse mortgages for a year now, so she knows that like the back of her hand, and we're learning forward mortgages as well. And we are available, Matt and Trinity and I, to help you guys out with some open houses. So now that the world's slowly but surely opening back up, please reach out to us. We're here to help however we can. I know that the other group is much more than happy to help you guys out too with Anthony. I'm sure I saw him on the call earlier, and Wes, I don't know if he's available for open houses, but he's here to help as well. So please don't hesitate to hit us up. But everybody, please welcome Trinity. She's part of the new family now. We're psyched to have her on board. And yeah, you guys, look forward to hopefully seeing you guys in the office. We're trying to make our presence here felt every so often.
Thank you very much, Mario. We
There he
appreciate
is.
it. Like a Mario Brothers, dude.
Hey.
Perfect. This is perfect. Well, and for those that are either newer to the office or newer to understanding the crazy group that's Movement Mortgage, I gotta just pitch them as far as just being able to do all of these what I call like the 911 rescue situations, where like you're coming to the last leg of it, and if the loan contingency is not going through, these guys have been able to help out more times than I can count. So just want to say, if proactively speaking, if you just start working with them from the beginning, awesome. But worst case, if your just buyer is adamant that they use some, less than amazing service. Just kidding. But you can always use these guys as a backup, because again, I can't count how many times that they've saved my butt, the team, everybody else here in the office. So huge shout out to these guys with Movement Mortgage. So thanks for being supporters.
Thanks, bro. Absolutely.
Absolutely, absolutely. So next up, we're going to have Bridget. If you can give us a little shout from our very own Agent Leadership Council, Bridget Potterton, take it away.
Hey, everybody. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody that came out to our happy hour on Monday and our haunted walk. That was actually really fun. We had a good time. As you can see, it was super scary. Actually, it really was a lot of fun. It was great to see everybody in person and hang out. So thanks to Movement for sponsoring us. And we look forward to coming up with more creative ideas of things to do outside the office until we're back to normal. This idea was actually came from one of our trivia games. So if anybody has any great ideas for how we can safely get together outside the office, reach out to the culture committee, and we can't wait to do something again soon. Thanks, everybody.
Woo! Awesome. Thank you for that. And thank you for coordinating that. That's really, really awesome. So next up, we're going to get some property pitches, please. So everybody, real quick, as we're going into this, get out your notepads, jot down these little things, note the bedroom, bathroom, and the rough area, because these are absolutely amazing to have your off-market Monday updates that go exclusively to your database. Remember, due to clear cooperation, you're not wanting to market these properties. However, if you have those BREs, if you have people that are looking around, this is a great way to touch them and let them know, hey, because of my connections, I know about properties before they hit the market. So get out your notepads or start taking notes. Get ready for some of these upcoming property pitches, starting with Pegasus. Go.
Hi, everybody. I have a listing in the, so the first one I have is in the Alta building. I want to make sure everyone knows about this. It is going to be completely renewed and staged. It's going to be so beautiful, you guys. And it's less than 500 square feet, but it's in the heart of downtown. You can't get a better location. It's on the 8th floor. The views are spectacular, and the HOA is very low, 554. The address is it's 575 6th Avenue, number 803. It's in the coming soon in the MLS, but it's not active on the market. So you guys can have first pick, to not have competition. And get your offers accepted. I would love to work with you guys. The other one is I went out there. It's 5 acres out in Jacumba, and it's a amazing manufactured home, less than 300,000. It's listed for. It's in a coming soon also status, but it's for those people who know that they can work remotely now and they can have all that land and don't have to be stuck in the city anymore. So if you have anybody in the back burner who has any of those needs, please let me know. This one is out in Jacumba. Let me know if you need all the information from it. It's easier that way. So.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you, Pegasus. Great job on those listings. Great job. All right, Senor Jay Lee with the Lee Home Team. What you got?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we just signed a 3-bed, 3-bath with a casita. So it's actually a 4-bedroom out in East Lake Trails. HOA is only $105 a month. Wow. And the Melrose falls off this 2022. So it's going to be going live in November for about $950. Just signed another one down the street from our current listing, like literally 2 houses down. That one is going to be right around $715. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath in Paradise Hills, fully remodeled. It's beautiful. We also have a El Cajon condo. It's a 2 or 2-1. I can't quite recall if it's 2-2-2-1, but it'll be at $350. So it's right in that first time buyers price point. That's good. It has a garage and a parking spot and a gated community with a pool. Wow. So that's what's coming up within the next 30 days or so.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I don't know if y'all are seeing the chat box here, but that 3-bedroom with the casita, actually Izzy on the Lee Home Team got that one from an open house. So if anybody tells me or tells you, oh, those sellers that come through those open houses, keep in mind, there's business there because they're scoping it out for a reason. Of all the things that they could choose to be doing, they're popping in, a neighbor's popping into that open house. You're being interviewed, okay? So that's how Izzy was able to capture this information, all right? Not a waste of time. So great job, Izzy. Great job, Lee Home Team. You got some wonderful options there. Passing this on to Surreal. And if you have any other property pitches, just raise your hand and I'll call on you next. Next up, we got Surreal. What you got, man?
Oh, thank you, Steven. Well, I got a question for all of you guys. When was the last time you actually got a 3% CVC on the buyer's agent side? I think it's been a while, right? Well, that's what I got here with a fantastic duplex opportunity, turnkey permitted on a single lot in La Mesa, a really calm, quiet, peaceful area of La Mesa. It's been fantastically updated. It's not a flip, and it's 2 units. One is a 3-2, the other one is a 2-1.5. It garnishes, it gets close to $5,000 a month right now, and it's under fair market value for the rental. If you have a buyer that's an investor or someone who's looking to live in there, that could actually work as well. Thank you very much for bringing the exterior picture over here. It's got solar, it's got a pool. It's really a fantastic property. I'm very excited to present that to you today. It just hit the market yesterday, so it's brand new. We'll have some open houses, buyer appointment only this coming Saturday and Sunday. The listing price is $1,047,000. So bring me a buyer.
Beautiful, beautiful. Great job, everyone. Great job, everybody. So if you have any buyer needs, again, this is another wonderful opportunity that if you don't have any buyers of your own, make sure to pitch them on the inner office page, because guess what? Maybe this is an opportunity for some of us to be pitching a golden letter. Anybody heard about the golden letters recently? Basically, if you're writing these on behalf of those buyers, this is an opportunity that one of our most recent listings here up in Redondo actually came from a golden letter. Guess what we're sending out this week? Some more. 4 more golden letters. You bet it. Letters. So if you want verbiage on that, I'm going to post that to the inter-office page, and I will give you exactly what we're writing for our golden letters, just for a little bit of variety and some little spice to your life. All right. Hey, Spice Girls. All right. So if there's nothing else, post your buyer needs to the inter-office page. But the real star of today's show, our Einstein of the San Diego Metro office, our very own Ashley Lunn. Take it away. No, wait, are you Einstein or Gary?
Well, I was going for Einstein, but evidently I could do Gary Keller pretty well. So here we are.
Say run with it, Gare.
Man. All right. So everybody ready for some good stats? You guys are laughing. Get your laughing out. All right, we're going to take hopefully a lot of notes today. If this is one of your first staff meetings, please, please, please ask your questions. Everybody else, feel free to chime in because you all know what to expect. The game in San Diego is just continuing. No, there has not been a whole lot of change. And Evie, did you give me screen? There we go. Got it. All right. What do you guys see?
Chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So on the 27th of January, there is a holiday. It is National Chocolate Cake Day. Anybody know that? So yeah, I didn't either. I'm glad that particular vegetable has a holiday. So why do I put holidays that are 3 months out every time we do a staff meeting?
It takes 90 days for it to show up in your business.
Yeah, we've got this thing called the real estate calendar, which says whatever you are doing today or not doing is going to show up in 90 days. So you can buy some cake if you're doing your lead gen now, or you may have to go cakeless. All right, so go back. Let's start with just the snapshot. The top of this shows how many listings we've brought to market in the same time period from 2017 to 2021. And the last column shows you the difference year over year. So this is through the end of September, September 30th, 2021. And up until that point, we had taken 1.71% more listings than 2020. 554 more is the hard number. Below that, on the solds, it's kind of crazy. We have sold through the end of September 4,666 more houses than we did in 2020, for an increase in actual closed sales units of 20.35%. So what that means is the available inventory is continuing to contract. And every month when we say, God, it can't get any tighter, it can't get any tougher on the buy side, it is getting tighter and tougher. And it's going to be the story through the end of the year. I was sharing, I think with Sarah yesterday, I think January will be the lowest available inventory month we've ever seen, because what's starting right now is that new listings coming to market are slowing down, but the demand hasn't slowed down. So fewer choices in, let's say, stable demand should mean we're going to have a really, really tight November as far as available inventory, tighter December, and then January, where we're actually usually at the lowest point for the whole calendar year, I think is going to be the lowest point we've ever seen. So next slide. Actually, I'm skipping these two. I apologize. I did not update those numbers this morning, so I will get that out at the end of today. Here's what the story is with the listings and the absorption rate overall. If you look at sold year to date, which is in the two boxes up in the left-hand corner, sold year to date 2021, we've sold 27,592 houses. Look at that same box. What did we sell through the same time period last year? Can you all see it? I can't see very many of you today for some reason, so I'm gonna have to speak up. I can't call on you. Hello? Bueller?
23, like 23,000 in 2020.
Okay,
Sold.
yeah, so 22,926.
Right.
We sold five. I mean, that's a lot. That's a humongous difference. And it means we have also absorbed 83, almost 84% of the inventory, which is unheard of. And when I get down and show you the absorption rates by price point, some of our absorption rates are as high as 88%. This should make sense. Anything under 200,000 is at 94% absorption. Okay. You can see how these bars change. We have gone from selling most of our inventory under $500,000 to now selling most of our inventory over $500,000, because that's what's available. Our prices, we are really, really moving quickly through a period of time that's going to show we don't have anything available under 300,000, maybe 350. Okay, next.
Ashley, why do you think the absorption rate is up?
The demand is up. I don't know why, other than money is cheap and people maybe are tired of paying rent in small places since they're spending so much more time at home. I'd love to hear from you guys. By the way, there's another slide in here that shows the percentage of new home buyers throughout the US is at 29%. It's an all-time low. So first-time home buyers, 29% of the market. I think in San Diego, it's a heck of a lot less than that. But it means, let's say it's 20% first-time buyers. That would mean 80% are moving up. So they've built equity quickly because our market has appreciated quickly, and now they can afford that home that they actually wanted. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, I can't see you, so give me some verbals. All right, so the listed compared to sold, just insane. The sold data is shocking to me. I think this year we will actually have sold more houses at the end of the year. We'll probably have the highest unit sales year that I've seen, and I've been in the business since 1999. So the demand is certainly there. All the people saying, oh, all the Californians are moving out of the state. That is not the case in San Diego. So 484 more listings taken so far this year. And you can see how the price points have just shifted up. So the blue was 2020. The blue bar is 2020. And look at the yellow bar, which is 2021. Everything that was 300,000 is 4 or more. Everything that was 4 is 5 or more. It's just gone so rapid. It's a little scary because not very many first-time homebuyers can afford to get in this market. And we need to teach them, they need to be saving a hell of a lot more money to be able to be competitive. All right, and our 4,666 more properties sold goes right along with the rise in listing prices. More houses are selling in those same price points. Okay, this was as of yesterday. Active single-family homes in San Diego County. So if you've got single-family homes, if you're looking under $500,000, you have 42 options. If you're looking between 500,000 and 600,000, you got 86 options, and then obviously we get a little bit more. But as I usually do, I really want to see. I'm not quite sure why I'm not seeing as many of you as usual. Let's try something here. Put in the chat box, if you would, how many active buyers for houses you have right now. There, good God, Paul, what are you doing? 15? That is awesome. So if we could total it out, and this is houses, I didn't ask for condos, we could sell everything that's available, most likely, out of our office. And that's been the case for a while because the inventory numbers are so low. Now, let's see here. Here's condos. Prices are a little bit different, but unit numbers are much lower. Available inventory in the condo market is even tighter than the housing market. Questions, comments, thoughts on those two slides?
How is it that there's less condos available? You'd think there'd be more.
Well, what I think, because the numbers show this, is that they're going faster. It's really our only affordable inventory, right? If you aren't somebody who can walk in and pay $700,000 or $800,000 for a house, your options are condos, and so they're more competitive. Yeah, affordability. There you go. Okay, so here's our absorption rates. For us to have 80% absorption over $1.5 million is crazy. As a reminder, I took the slide out this time that defined seller's market in terms of absorption rate. A seller's market is defined when 20% or better absorption is being seen. We are 4 times that now, even over $1.5 million. So what we're in is not a seller's market. I don't know what we could term it, but it's still a buyer drop your pants market because it's that competitive. Oh, yeah, Sarah, it absolutely seems laughable. I don't know how long it could take us to get back to just a seller's market. I honestly now don't think I'm ever going to see it in my lifetime. I think in San Diego County, we're going to see very similar market dynamics for the rest of my career. So if we go down to under 200,000, which of course we know there's not much available, and I only graph out single family and all other attached, right? 92.2% absorption. Sweet spot of the market is the entire market. Everything is absorbing so quickly. At this point, it doesn't matter what kind of buyer you have, it's going to be competitive. And it doesn't matter what kind of seller you're going to have, you're likely still getting multiple offers, maybe not 30 or 40. Although we just got a property on our team up in Redondo. I think, Stephen, did we get 27 offers on that?
We most certainly did.
So we're seeing still a lot of offers. And for a slight historical perspective, most of us thought that 2019 and 2020 were uber competitive and very tough on the buy side. And we are still twice as aggressive as last year and 3 times as aggressive as 2019. Okay, new listings brought to market. You will see that the trend in September is that the number comes down. So we get through the summer months and then it slows down. Kids are going back to school. Fall is setting in, whatever. The trend then tends to be new listings coming to market get fewer in October, fewer in November, fewer in December, which is why I think in January we'll see an all-time forever low of available inventory.
Sounds so exciting when you say it like that.
Well, here's the good news. Thank you for saying that, Sarah. Here's the good news. If you just make peace with the fact this is going to be a little uncomfortable for the next 4 months, there's going to be a whole lot of agents who say, screw this, I am not doing it. Coupled with the fact that our industry starts to slow down because agents stop working right around Halloween, you can have an incredible next 4 months. And if you're newer and this is all you know, God bless you, because you can really make it rain over the next few months. Okay, active listings. Okay, so the condos, you'll see the condos went way down, then they kind of spiked as far as actives, and now they're back down again. Again, I think Nikki was right. It's affordability. That inventory is moving fast, even faster than houses, because it is affordable and more people have to go there at this point. Kathy is what for condos as well? Kathy Jackson, you put.
Oh yeah, that was, you said over 1.5 million. The absorption rate was 80.82. Is that for condos as well?
In the absorption rate slides, I combine them all. Okay. So yes, it is. These slides will show you single family versus condo. But in the other ones, I don't separate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Ashley, I want to pause on that for a second. And the comment that Stephen just put in the chat about the market share you lose will never be gained back, and the market share you get will last you your career. And just put a exclamation point on that and what you just said and what Nikki talked about fourth quarter. And for everyone who went to Bold yesterday, Cody mentioned something about the market is just the market and you can do nothing about it but work in it and work through it. And he made such a great point of, I've known wealthy agents through every market. So market stats should be an education and an awareness and a little PhD day for you to go share with your people and grow more business, because the people will continue to buy and sell houses always, no matter what. Even if there's the lowest inventory in history, there will still be listing agents listing and buyers buying. So working with it and understanding that knowledge base of the market is the market and there will always be success in it. Just move through it accordingly. Don't fight against it.
Don't fight against it. I would say embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Because those that embrace it, there's going to be few that embrace it, and they will have humongous opportunity. Yeah, Jay, I see your hands up. Did you accidentally raise your hand on your cell phone?
Sorry.
I'll put your hand down for you. All right. Next.
Ashley, can I say something too?
Of course.
Thank you. I just want to say and encourage the people who are in Bold right now that this is an incredible time for us to lean into doing all of those activities. I know there's going to be a lot, but the more that we do, the more it's going to pay off in our chocolate cake day. Just mention
awesome.
It.
Could be a very big chocolate cake.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's our pending listings. The number is way down because again, the market slows in September. And so compared to previous months this year, it's low. But look how much higher it is besides 2020. Remember last year, September was the second month we were actually closing deals having come out of the first part of COVID. So we spiked way high last September, but that's really, really rare. we are high above the previous 3 years on pendings. So it tells us, even though it's slower than June, July, August, it was still an incredibly strong September. October is going to be an incredibly strong October, and November, December should be the same. Sold listings, again, take last year kind of out of it, look past that big apex, look at the previous years, how much higher September was compared to the previous Septembers. So when people, if you are dealing, this came up in a conversation earlier this week, if you have clients who say, you know what, we're going to sit on the sidelines and wait because we've heard there's a bust coming, or it's the bubble, or there is no evidence to that. We have got to educate people that all of the evidence points to the fact that we are still going to be in an ever increasing appreciating market that's going to be competitive. It hurts my heart to hear people say that, because it's going to be so hard this month to get in the market as a first-time buyer. If you're thinking as a first-time buyer, you're going to wait till next year, well, I don't know what you're going to be able to buy unless you save a ton of money. And I'm thinking 6 figures. We may get to a point where a first-time buyer needs 6 figures to get into a house. All right, median sales price. Again, nutty. We have over 4 years seen a 40% increase. Most of that actually came between last September and this September. 14.76 in 1 year. Last month, I said, I think we'll see the appreciation slow down a little bit. And now I don't think we will. What I think we'll see is going to be 16, 17, 18% appreciation in 2022. All driven by demand that is much greater than our available supply. And it's even more aggressive in the condo market. So the blue line's the condo market. That's at almost 26% year-over-year appreciation. That all logic tells us that's not sustainable, and yet the current evidence shows us we don't have another way our market is going to go. So 16, 17% for single family home appreciation, and into the mid 20s for condos. I think we're going to see that for the next couple of years. The average house is now 1.144. We won't see a market again where the average home in San Diego is less than $1 million. That just doesn't happen. We're not going to see that happen. So if you're looking for social media posts, you may want to use this one to say that right now the average house in San Diego County is 1.1 million. What do you think it'll be next year? And by the way, the average condo is 676,000. Getting back to affordability, Mario, Eddie, what does somebody have to make to afford a $660,000 condo?
660 would probably be around $3,000. So at least $72,000, if not more, a year with no other debts.
Which we know that doesn't happen very often, the no debt part. We could see our condo market being appreciating enough that first-time buyers can't get into it. Crazy. I put some numbers in here just for perspective, because if you've only been in the business a couple years, you may not believe that it's actually normal to have more than a couple weeks of inventory or a couple weeks of market time. So back in December, which is usually the slowest turnover month of the year, December 2018, we had 26 days on the market for condos, 28 days for houses. That's still an aggressive seller's market. But look at it compared to this September, where it's 10 days for condos and 12 days for houses, which, by the way, is up from 7 and 6 earlier this summer. But I wanted to give it the perspective, because when people say, oh, we've heard it slowed down, and the media will take messages, yeah, it's slowed down. and something I'm becoming accustomed to saying all the time is instead of our market being white hot, it's just red hot. They still burn. There's no crash coming, and it's certainly not cooling off. It's a slight slowdown, which just means it's not warp speed or Mach 7 anymore. Months of supply, 1.1 months for condos, 1 month for houses. Existing supply as of today. What that means for everybody who's relatively new, if we stopped listing property today, we would have sold the entire MLS out by the end of November. Okay. Average list price compared to sales price, you would expect to see this in the fourth quarter. So it's come down, late third quarter, it's come down just a tad, still over 100% for both condos and houses. So 101.4% for condos. No, that's houses. 101.4 for houses, 101.8 for condos. Which may not seem like a lot, but if you factor that percentage into our average sales price for a house, which is 1.1 million, what is 1.5% of 1.1 million? Getting my calculator out because I can't do that in my head. Times $16,650. It's not a small amount of money to most people. Next.
Ashley, do we have any data on price reductions?
I don't. When I do the average list price to sales price, I pull the original list price. So I don't. I'll make a note though, Joe. That would be good. I can go look for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put more work on your plate.
Well, my intuition would tell me there's more, of course, but because well, first, because it's still over 100% to the original list price, homes that are successfully selling haven't been reduced that much.
Sure.
And I mean, until we're at a market where you're not getting an offer for a few weeks, I don't think we're going to see price reductions. Let me ask the group, for those of you that have taken listings this year, how long do you let something sit on the market before you say we need a reduction in this market?
It's never happened.
I'm sure somebody must have reduced, somebody on this call must have reduced this year.
I have not had a reduction in over 2 years.
I just do an open house in Chula Vista for Zillow, and they reduced their price, but they were like probably $70,000 over value.
I would say Zillow is probably the one exception to the rule because I know they've been listing way over value. So they may end up being the company that does all the reductions, which, by the way, we should be able to sell against really well.
And it skews the numbers up a lot the way that they're doing it, but whatever, because it looks like, oh, they reduced their price so much, but they were so overpriced to begin with. So they stay on the market longer too, a lot longer. Like I'm going to be doing my 5th weekend in the same open house.
Well, we know that's the case. If you're overpriced, you're going to sit on the market. Now, they may be hoping that the market catches up to their price since they're buying over value too, and that might be their strategy. But yeah, it skew things.
That's what I hear, that their algorithm is off on their purchase, so they overprice the buy side.
Yeah. All right, so average price per square foot for houses is up to $546 and up to $561 for condos. I know earlier in the year when those two prices got really close, I was surprised. But now, because there's more activity going on in the condo market, because more people can actually afford to buy there, you're seeing that price per square foot reach past where houses are. All right. And then I put these two slides in from SDAR, and I need my glasses now. It's an interesting take that whoever wrote this month. There's two conflicting stories they're giving you, and I just wanted to highlight that. So first, this is a slide that says nationwide, we're at 29% first-time home buyers. By the way, guys who do facial hair, I don't know how the hell you do it. Anyway. Largest price gain in sales was above $5 million. Those are the two takeaways from that slide. So 29% first-time home buyers across the country. I guarantee you that's a much lower number in San Diego. And then on this slide, here's the two different stories. So first it says closed sales decreased year over year, 16%. Remember, last September was that spike in the market because of COVID. And people had quarantined for a few months and then they came back and we spiked. Instead of that being in July where it usually is, it ended up being September. So that 16% decrease is kind of a red herring in our current market. But it also, in that yellow box, says our inventory decreased 42.6% for detached homes and 60% for attached homes. So obviously, we have less supply and still about the same amount of demand. So in the last box, they said, there are signs the market may be shifting. However, new listings have continued to hit the market, bucking seasonal trends commonly seen in the fall. Ours aren't bucking the trends. Our numbers of new listings coming to market are right where they typically are. They're going down. As inventory increases, it's not increasing. They just said 2 paragraphs above that it's decreased by 60%. So my point in adding this and highlighting those is read every word and use your own intelligence to decipher what's really going on. Even the experts that put this stuff out, even me, we're fallible. You have got to understand this stuff so you can go explain it from an authentic place to your clients. Because our number one duty in a wonky market like this is to really educate people. And you got to understand it to educate them. All right. Take it off. Oh, so I can see you guys. Questions?
Ashley, what would be the main takeaway that you would offer to clients other than the market's still nuts? Because
act now, because
that can also. I'm sorry.
Act now because it's going to get nuttier.
Okay. What about for sellers?
Well, it depends. What are they doing? Are they going to buy too?
No.
If it's a seller who's going to buy, then act now. If it's not, and they just want to make the most money and they don't really have any good motivation to sell, I wouldn't sell.
And also, it's like with the interest rates going up even 0.5% in the next 6 months, which the feds have indicated, that could be a loss of 5% valuation because now buyers are able to afford 5% less on a property.
But the properties are going up. At least here, and I don't know, I need to do this same thing for LA County. If we go up by 14% and the interest rates go up, it's going to be a totally different, crazy market. It might soften a little bit, but I still think our demand is just, it's there.
Demand's going to continue being here because it's relatively so much more expensive up north than it is down here. And you still have so many people coming down here from San Jose, from San Fran, even from LA and Orange County. The demand's definitely, until we start getting to their price levels per square foot, $1,000 per square foot. I mean, it's wild what's going on up there.
And we will get there. I love owning a real estate company and being in real estate, knowing that, but it also in a lot of ways makes me sad because what do families do?
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah.
So this kind of relates to what you're talking about as people up north. My team does the farmers market at Hotel Ranch Mall every week. And I met a guy there that works as a 911 dispatcher in San Francisco. he bought a home in Otay Ranch in the new development of Ascaya because he flies back and forth every week now to go to work, but he wanted his family to actually own a home. They couldn't afford it up there. So it was better for him to fly back and forth every week to go to work, because up there he makes $100,000 more a year. So a 911 dispatcher in San Diego makes like 70, 80 grand. Up in San Francisco, they make 170,000. So he was able to buy the home here and then work up there. So it's just crazy what's going on with people coming down from the Bay Area just to live here and then work up there.
Well, and we're kind of seeing the same thing in terms of, it's hard to find employees right now, no matter what. You guys have heard that, right? So if you've got clients that are business owners, holy heck, it's tough. And if you have low paying jobs in San Diego, where in the hell are your people going to live? We've got to get our wages up, because your employees aren't going to be able to live within an hour to hour and a half of work.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said that soon or someday our prices will start matching or meeting those ones up in the north. But how does that happen? Because we're going up, up, up. Aren't they going to continue to go up, up, up too? Are they ever going to stop?
So, well, let me clarify. Our prices will get to where their prices are now.
Oh,
theirs will continue to go up also.
Okay.
But what Ed said, that we can see it on the horizon. There will be a day when the average cost per square foot is $1,000. Right now it's $566 for houses. But I mean, 5 years out, maybe, if we have 16 to 17% appreciation every year for the next 5 years, we're going to be there pretty quickly.
Well, the Bay Area is about 50% higher than we are here.
Yeah, and they'll continue to go up. I mean, again, there'd have to be something dramatic to stop both their demand and our demand. Only reason their prices are going up like that is because demand. Same reason ours are going up. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Albeit the rates, were low during the pandemic, but we've already seen us come off of the lows that we saw last year in the pandemic, and we still have the demand that we have.
Well, and I think I've said for a couple of years, until we're back at like 5 and 6%, I don't think we're going to see a big shift in demand.
I agree.
But I think we need to start teaching people they have to save a lot more money than they ever thought they were going to have to. They can get into a loan cheap. It doesn't mean they can get into a house cheap.
That's where we have assistance programs that help, people that don't have the resources saved up. What I'm interested to do is take your stats down, the housing commissions. What are you guys going to do? Your housing price caps are going to be obsolete like pretty quickly.
Yeah, they've been obsolete. They have what? I mean, in order to purchase a home to fit in their bucket, you have to make like $50,000, $60,000. I mean, what are you going to buy for $60,000? $5,000 a month? $2,500. Those people have debt that have $2,500 a month. Excuse me, $5,000 a month in income. I mean, there's no way you can live in San Diego on that. It's so hard.
So here's something interesting. I'm going to put some time into exploring a little bit more. I was in a town outside of Austin last weekend. It's called New Braunfels. And in New Braunfels, it's kind of known for second homes of incredibly wealthy people. But right outside of the area, I mean, streets away from the area where there are $5 to $30 million homes, there are mobile homes, manufactured homes leading up to that ultra luxury. And I think we're going to see, I think it's a huge opportunity for people, one of the only opportunities probably for families, to see more people get into the manufactured and mobile home housing supply to just get their foot in the door of owning something. So anyway, I found it, I couldn't believe driving through there. I was like, holy crap, I just left like mega mansions and here's street after street after street of manufactured home. It was fascinating.
Hey, Ed, since you're on the line, can you comment on what your thoughts are on what rates you think they're going to do? And we've touched on that, but that's the only thing I envision that could actually bring prices down.
Yeah, I mean, they've already come out and said they're going to be tapering at the end of the year. So in a couple of months, not even in December, right, Wes? They're going to start tapering and buying $10 to $15 billion less every month in mortgage-backed securities and treasuries. The treasuries is what we really have to be looking out for, because as soon as the government starts bumping up those, it's just going to have a trickle effect into the rest of the market. I think the
Yeah,
bond.
so I'm sorry. So you understand what's happening here and what Ed's talking about. The federal government is buying like 4 out of 5 mortgages right now. And it's artificially stimulating our credit markets and keeping them flowing as we've gone through the pandemic. So that's what he's talking about, them pulling back from.
Yeah.
So, and if you can imagine, the largest buyer of anything, like slowing down the purchases, right? What's going to happen is those rates are going to go up because the prices are going to come down.
Do you think foreign money will get more involved?
Our rates are so cheap. Who wants to invest? Think about like 30 years out. Who wants to invest at 1.65% in government bonds? Nobody. The only people that are buying government bonds is the government. Like the U.S. government is creating our own debt and buying our own debt. It's the wildest thing ever.
Well, I would say, somebody said, what's the takeaway from this? We had a call earlier today with Gene Rivers on investing in Florida real estate. And the numbers, the cap rates that he shared with us were unbelievable. Obviously, we have to educate our consumers, but you all on this call, how many of you, 56 left? Good God, you should be buying property. Here, there, somewhere. Buy. All right, what else?
Can you say why should anybody buy right now?
Because
Buy.
you're going to make minimally in San Diego, you're going to make 14 to 24% year over year. Why wouldn't you? And you're going to finance that. You're not going to put all your cash into it. You're going to get a loan on that. So the return on cash return is even crazier than that.
Wes, we should do our real estate and
Wait, that's
recession
just
class.
appreciation. That's
Yes,
just appreciation. That's not the fact that somebody's paying your mortgage for you.
Well, the issue in San Diego is that a lot of these properties don't cash flow. That's the problem. The rents won't pay the mortgages.
I'm seeing rents go way up faster than our sales prices.
I think that's a great perspective in terms of numbers. You know, the increase in rents as well. I think the last I saw was 13% from January to May. So they're going to keep seeing pressure there. That's just going to keep going. I was interested to know if there's a way we can calculate. I read a statistic that there were 4.4 million unit shortage in the country. Like, I wonder how we can calculate that for here in San Diego, because we're only building like 9,500 units right now. It's ridiculously small.
Well, and we've been in the negative for building since 2006, I think. I think 2006 was the last year we had starts equal to where we should have them. Yeah, and Nikki says we're out of land. So what we're going to be able to build is infill projects that are onesies, twosies, or towers, and not what people here want.
Or east, which is also not what people prefer, but like we got lots of land that way. You know?
We don't though.
Hey now.
No, we don't. I'm out here, minimum lot size is an acre, and there's not that many available acres.
Well, they would need to
further
rezone.
east than this, like where Peggy is selling right now, minimum is 40 acres.
Do you see them redoing the zoning to allow, like how they relaxed the zoning in Metro to allow for high density?
I think it needs to happen. I think there's a lot, that's a political firestorm, because as an environmentalist, I want things everybody's don't do it in my backyard. So
have $2 million price tags on homes.
And nothing happens quick governmentally. We all know that. So even if somebody, which nobody is, if somebody was pushing rezoning right now, we're still talking years down the road, which is why we're pretty darn safe.
Do you, Wes, do you have a lot of programs available to help first-time home buyers?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of different options. Ed, myself, Amanda, all of us at Movement have access to these programs that will help people that don't have a lot of money saved up, it is a more expensive option compared to the regular ones. But for the people that I've helped and we've helped, it's a difference between getting them in and them not being able to buy a house, which, as Ashley's point, what we're talking about, they just need to hop on the merry-go-round and ride, get in the house and ride the wave of appreciation. So yes, we do have options. Like I just worked up a $500,000 scenario this morning where only $4,500 was required to close escrow.
That's awesome.
You mean out of pocket?
Out of pocket.
Okay.
All right, kids. Andrea, I know I had to take it off. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. Go work hard this next couple months and you will reap massive rewards.
Thank you, Gary. I mean, Ashley.
Gary. Thank you, Gary.
My pleasure.